What is going on, guys? Carrot's still the traitor. I don't care what the fuck this chapter says. You can't shut me up. No. I won't ever.
No.
I won't ever be silenced.
It can't possibly be Carrot. What else are we gonna have as fur bait in One Piece?
Yeah. Everyone called me a fucking furry for liking B-stars, yet everyone's over here fucking busting massive nuts to Carrot. Alright? I'm just saying. There's a bit of a double standard, and I don't like it.
Now, hold on. Let me be the person who reaches across the aisle. Let me reach across the aisle and tell you it is okay to nut over B-stars, but Carrot is not the traitor.
This is the bipartisanship that I wish for.
That we need the bipartisanship that Bernie Sanders is gonna get us.
This is the bipartisanship that One Piece and B-Stars fans need.
Honestly, that's a very wild Venn diagram.
Yeah, furries and One Piece fans. Furries and thinly failed furries, hand in hand, yeah. Paw in paw,
paw in a straw hat.
Yeah, but yeah, all this to say, Carrot confirmed for Straw Hats. Welcome to Paramecia Fancast, the One Piece fancast where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is John.
My name is Franz.
And yeah, I did come out. I acknowledge that I may have come out swinging in the opening of this episode.
Swinging is a strong word. You came out. You came out very. If swinging is a 3, you came out very Mad Max Fury Road with that.
You know those pictures of oh my god, Daniel Radcliffe from like that movie that he has coming out
with the gun hands.
Yeah, with like the fuzzy slippers and the gun hands, and he's like in a like sleep robe, and he's like.
That's what you did.
Yeah, that's the energy I came out with. Dude, I finally saw the trailer for that movie that he's in. And apparently, like, that movie's been in production, like, forever. Because I've seen those pictures for, like, years.
A decade.
Yeah. And, like, now the movie's just finally ready to be released. It's wild to see. But,
I mean,
yeah,
I for one am ready for that movie. But, right now, we're going to be doing chapter 974, Onward to Onigashima.
Ooh. Talk about a banger of a chapter. Oda was like, we were cut to last week. Yeah, I think this is like the last chapter of the flashback. Boom. Not only are we back in the present at some point in this chapter, but we come back with a fucking bang, dude. So let's just fucking get it started. All right. So the cover story, volume 22, Gangbage's Oh My Family, saved the Godfather's wife. And it's Goaty holding Chiffon / Lola, because we still don't know if it's. I'm assuming it's Chiffon because she was getting her haircut when she got abducted by the Navy or the Marines, and she was wearing that little like gown, and you could see her hair still kind of like up.
Yeah. I feel you.
The little thing on the top of her hair, like it looks like she's getting cut.
But hear me out.
Logic would say that this is Chiffon.
Yeah, you're fucking dumb. This is Lola.
Yeah, but don't forget, viewers, I'm fucking stupid. This is Lola.
What proof do I have? None. What proof do I need?
Have you ever seen Lola and Chiffon in the same place at the same time? Because I fucking haven't.
Oda. What if the twist is that Lola never existed?
Oda takes a page out of the literary classic Fight Club. Lola has been chiffon this whole time.
That
Jesus, bro.
you know, this ain't the day. Some other day we'll discuss that, but this ain't the day.
This ain't it, Chief. Not yet. Fuck, dude. We jump right into the chapter, kind of covering like the final loose ends from last chapter where we left off. So it shows Kyoshiro talking to Hiyori, or Denjiro, Dobito, and he says, or she says, "Oh, I have more coins for you, Ushimitsu." And he's like, "You're putting yourself in danger again." "Well, the money checks out. I'll go distribute it in Ebisu Town." And she says, "Thank you." And then he says, Please remember to wear your blood bags under the kimono, my lady. Orochi is completely smitten with you, and he has no idea that you are Lord Orden's daughter. I'm sure that must be difficult for you. If the time comes, we will separate Komurasaki from Orochi through death in order to keep you safe. And it's like, oh shit. Like, okay, so it was faked now. Not by some devil fruit, which I had originally thought was kind of hoping for, but this is cool too, because this shows that like Kyoshiro was just like, this is how deep his plan goes, and like by the end of the chapter I want to talk about, because I think his plan is like,
he's playing 5D chess.
yeah
I know what you're saying. What I will say is that it's pretty interesting that, you know, sure, Kyoshiro has access to like Orochi's coffers and shit, but it seems that, like, you know, instead of like stealing, he also gets money from Hiyori as Komurasaki, and that's like, it's not a loose end that we were like nitty gritty about, but it's kind of a loose end that we just had wrapped up nice and tight.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense for how the way she acted in the beginning when we saw her, because I remember I've seen a lot of people like still kind of confused, like, oh well, why was she being so like she was like really mean to that guy, like I don't get it, like is that Hiyori, like what's going on? But it's like, okay,
maybe they deserved it.
These guys that are like rich and preying on the poor in Wano that also work for Orochi are giving you money, like of course she's gonna be like, no, fuck off. Like I for one am happy she ruined Bibbidi Bobbidi Bumbo's lives. Fuck them.
Weren't they like assholes in the flashback?
Yeah, they were the ones that originally kidnapped the little pig.
Yeah, right.
And then they also kidnapped Otsuru.
They're not good people, so fuck them.
So they're buttholes. Yeah, fuck them. Let them die.
we shift a little bit more into the past, where we've got a scene from a few months ago. They've come for me. The ghosts of the past. They really come. Toki's powers are real after all. Of course, it's Bitch McMahon over here.
Bitch McMahon.
Orochi. Look, okay. Level with me. I appreciate the WWE. I do not like Vince McMahon as a person. Even so, what Vince McMahon does through the WWE shows that he is better than Orochi.
Yeah.
And that man's like, Vince McMahon is not great. So that's saying something about this bitch boy. So Orochi's reading a letter specifically. This is important. Kinemon Kanjuro Raizo Kiku Nojo Momonosuke. The five of them have leapt into the present from that very day 20 years ago. The one thing that's weird is that he includes Kiku in the squad that leapt forward, cuz
she was part of that squad, wasn't she?
Did she time leap? Cuz
she time leapt
but stayed in Wano.
Yeah, she time leapt and stayed in Wano, because I remember when Otsuru made some comment, like when she saw Kiku. Like there was some point where she's like, where I think it's where she's talking about I think it's like when Yasue is about to get like killed. It's when I think Jack or somebody was in Ebisu Town, and she was there, and she's like, "Oh, I knew the moment I saw you, like you hadn't changed the single day, or you hadn't aged the single day, like Kiku Nojo."
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. But also, very fucked up of Orochi for using Kiku's dead name.
Damn.
But he keeps going. The 5 of them have leapt into the present day from the very day 20 years ago. Does that power really exist? They escaped from a burning castle. But he's reading off of this and, like, not, like, speculating, but just being, like, bewildered by the fact that they leapt through time.
Yeah, it is. It is wild. And Kaido is just drinking, and he's like, does that power really exist? They escaped from that burning castle? Like, you sure someone isn't just getting a rise out of you because you're terrified? And he's like, I'm sure, look at this letter. And he's like, keep watching the shores. I'm certain you'll spot people leaving this country. Well, don't kill them if they're still alive. I've got questions for the Kozuki survivors after the last 20 years. And it's like, I think, oh man. Like, I think Kaido, because there's been a couple of times where he's made a reference to, like, he wants to talk to them or he wants to ask them things. I don't know if he wants to know about the final island or, like, if he just wants to, like I don't know if that's where his intentions lie.
Huh.
Because, like, he's said this, like, once or twice before. Like, something kind of about, like, talking, he wishes to talk to them. And I'm like, that's just kind of weird, but...
Right. I don't think it has to do with Laugh Tale.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you never know. He's a fucking wild one.
Yeah. But, we continue, and Orochi says... He starts talking about the traitor. He says, this man is a trustworthy one. He was born into a popular theater troupe, but he lost his parents right on stage due to persecution within Wano. And, we'll get to it when they reveal it, but that word persecution was the same word they used to describe this character when they showed him in the flashback. And it's like, oh, you bitch.
Oh, huh.
Yeah. But he says the family of the daimyo killer. Eek. And he's like, the little kid screaming. And they draw him as like a weird, like, ink blot, which is also like,
So I don't go to, like, One Piece, like, forums or nothing. The only place I discuss One Piece is, shameless plug, the Paramecia Flower Capital, our Discord server. But I did see somewhere on Twitter, some people were like, is blank blank the actual, like, ink blob or like whatever? And it's just like, I'm thinking, hell no, like, he is not an ink blob. This was just like a way of Oda being like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah. This is a way of making the punchline later in the chapter, like, hit that much harder.
Yeah.
And it's something that's, like, it's kind of alluding to who it is, so if you catch on to it before, it's like, oh, shit.
I will say, though, with the hint that, like, the only life he knew was in the theater, like, based on that and, like, Orochi saying Kiku Nojo, for a second I was like, is it Kiku? Kiku and what's his fuck Izo were performers before Orochi, like, came up.
Yeah.
So, like, I wavered for a second. I doubted our queen. How dare I?
How dare you? How dare you lose sight? we can look past this. But now that he was utterly adrift, he could only survive by acting out a role. You're a descendant of the main Kurozumi family? That's right, and I got rid of the people who killed your parents. Kyo. But our vengeance is only just beginning. You will live your life as a true Kozuki, and ultimately, without a single soul noticing, you will die as a Kozuki. That is the grand role that I give you for this stage. Can you play it for me? And this little butthole with the two old boomers who got what they fucking deserved from Kaido. They never showed it. But with how... So this whole group of Kurozumi assholes, I have no sympathy for. And I actively hope that Kaido just fucking crushed their skulls in dragon form. Because he was like, oh yeah, I had them taken care of. I hope he just fucking destroyed them. Like,
just ate them. Ate them and then shat out the fruit.
Yeah. That's my headcanon. My headcanon is that Kaido just fucking destroyed them. But the little ink blob says, "I've always been searching for the right place to bury my bones. It would be an honor. His only pleasure is in becoming another person." And it's like, just learning about him through this is like, oh, you fucking asshole. Like, no.
It's the continuation saying where he's saying, every time that I went to Odin's castle to borrow money, he brought me twice the necessary amount of the safe. It was only because I had that stockpile that I was able to join forces with you. So, like, for sure, Orochi paid Kaido out. The information he brought about that fool Odin's raid was helpful too, I assume. So, someone who participated in Odin's raid. But that part, the part that made him truly insane, was at the execution. He was fully prepared to die alongside Odin. Someone on the pot.
Yeah. He has no mind of his own. He lived as a perfect vassal of Kozuki until I stopped him, and he sent me information all the while. He was so faithful, it was almost eerie. And, oh, god damn it. This is making me mad. So this flashback takes place a few months ago. Like, assumedly, right when they got to the present timeline. And, when this bastard is revealed, I want to talk about some stuff, because I went back and looked at it, and it's like, oh, fuck. There's some shit that was in plain sight the whole time.
We'll power through.
Yeah.
So we come to present time, and it's this whole page right here is just a recap saying, like, it's been 20 years, tragic death of Odin, a grudge between Kozuki and Kurozumi. Kurozumi's working with Kaido. The Kozuki join the samurai 20 years in the future, and they risk everything with allies. And blah, blah.
This page right here is sick, because we get that little panel at the bottom. We get the big three. We get Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro. We get Garfield and Odie, Law, and my main man, Gastino. And then some guy named Doflamingo, who I've heard is pretty cool too.
And some character named Sad.
Yeah. Lest we forget, our favorite character, Sad. Rest in peace. Why did Law have to cut you in half? Bastard, man. But, dude, this page too. Turn the page, and it shows all the Yakuza boss leaders and Luffy and Chopper in their samurai armor. It says, their favorite hopes were not in vain. All in all, they amassed an army of 4,200 warriors with weapons and ships. If all goes well, the soldiers for the raid will gather on the evening of the fire festival at Tokage Port, onward to Onigashima. If only all had gone well, and we're back to right where we left off with the port all fucked up and the boats and shit. And do not hold me back, Lord Momonosuke. Stop it. This is suicide. Kinemon, Kanjuro, Raizo, Kiku, Kawamatsu, Odi, Ashura, stop where you are. And if you remember, they got on that boat and they just they're just going at it. And this part got me. So they said there's not a single one of the 4,200 soldiers that should have been present. And there were signs of destruction at the port with stormy weather all about, no escape route. He says, we have not given up, Lord Momonosuke. Our low numbers will allow us to sneak into their midst undetected, that I might plant my katana into Kaido's neck. As long as we still live, we shall never give up. And everybody's just like hella emotional right now. But this part, but it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't this mean that our plan was leaked again? I thought the same thing, in fact. I suspect we all did. I did not want to consider this possibility, but it might be that one of us is in league with the enemy. But at this point, I do not even want to know. And Kinemon is just like, fuck it. When we get there, will kill the traitor if they,
But the queen, she comes up, says, Master Keen, this isn't like you. If you aren't prepared to find the traitor, cut him down, and move onward, then none of us can do so. Like, holy moly.
Yeah. And the power play right here, but whoever it is, they will not confess. Kiku is right, Keen. Let's just clear this up right now. It was fucking me, Kanjuro, the whole time. He just fucking comes out with it.
Yeah, like, the timing of it was like,
yeah, alright, guys,
okay.
Let's just fucking get it out of the way. It was me the whole time.
Like, literally, like, we can't find the traitor, and then on the boat, he's like, you're right, we can't. It's me. You got me.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh.
Yeah, you're right, we can't find the traitor, because it's me, you fools. Jesus, dude. This face too that he's making, I'm like, oh, this shit hit me when it was him. And, oh, man. All right. So, Kanjuro, like, Kinemon's they all look destroyed, but Kinemon especially is like, I saw someone on Twitter, like, Kinemon better live through this, because after all he's been through, he's the most deserves just a fucking happy, like, retiree life with his fucking wife. Like, he just deserves to be with Osuru and just fucking enjoy life. Like,
if Kinemon dies, I die. I'm not even gonna make a empty threat on Oda or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I'll die. I read it and I'll just be like, well, that's
yeah, life machine broke. Dude, this isn't funny at all. We all nearly boiled to death in that pot together. That's right, nothing would have completed my role better than to die with you. Ever since I completely lost my will to go on as a child, I've been searching for my place to die. The man you thought I was never existed. I shared joys and sorrows with you all, earning your absolute trust, hating none of you, and meaning you no harm. The one thing I did was continually send Lord Orochi information. And Kiku's like, why would you do such a thing? And he goes, my name is Kurozumi Kanjuro. Need I say more? And it's like, you fucking bastard. And this is the point I want to bring up. So it was Kanjuro, and I went back. If you remember, when they're telling the story of when they're telling the Straw Hats what exactly happened when they got sent through time, Kinemon recalls, okay, we were all sent through time, and we just instantly appeared in the present. And in that panel, when they appear in the present, you see Kinemon, you see Kiku and Momonosuke there, and you see Kanjuro there, but you see the little birds. Like, you see birds flying around him, but they're in his art style. Like, he fucking, as soon as he appeared, he drew the birds, and that's the letter that Orochi was reading in this chapter. Like, as soon as he appeared, he was like, okay, like, here's the letter. We leapt through time. We're here.
Ooh.
Yes, this fucking asshole, dude. Oh my god. And then there's just, like, we'll get to it a little later in the chapter, but there's always been a theory that, like, he's been faking being a bad artist the whole time. Which I always thought was funny, but I didn't think it would actually be true. It becomes true, and it's great. But also that there's just so much, like, I went back and I was looking through this stuff in the the previous chapters, and, like, there's so much shit that was just, like, it made so much sense. Like, when Shinobu and all of them were at the bathhouse, and he just, like, what's his face? Hawkins just somehow knew, like, he was 100% sure that they were in the bathhouse. And it's like, well, how would he know that? Well, when they were talking about going to the bathhouse, the only person that was in that conversation was Kanjuro. And then, like, wanting the raid on Onigashima, like, he was in the conversation with Frankie, talking about, like, how Frankie got the plans for Onigashima. When Robin brings up how much she actually found out, like, he actually had, like, this it played off as, like, a gag in the chapter, because he's like, oh my god, like, the level of information you have, but you could read it now as, like, oh fuck, like, he's like, Robin could have probably fucking found him out right then and there.
Oh shit.
And then there's also the thing of the minks and how Jack knew that Raizo was there, but he didn't, like, the main hole in the theory that one of the minks was the traitor was that all of the minks knew that he was in the whale tree. Like, all the minks knew, but they didn't sell him out. So if one of the minks was the traitor, they would have just told Jack, hey, he's in this specific location, and Jack would have just came in and got him. But Kanjiro was never on Zo, so he didn't know where they were holding Raizo. So the only information he could tell Jack was, he's definitely on this island, I just don't know where. Which was why Jack was, like, crucifying them, like, hey, where the fuck is he?
Huh.
And then also he got, like, attacked on, he got stranded and left behind on Dressrosa by Kinemon. And this was interesting. I saw a video about this, and then I had to go back and look at it. So in Dressrosa, the entire squad that's with Usopp, they all got bounties. Remember when Doflamingo is like, oh, like, he came on the video screen and he's like, fucking, hey guys, welcome to my battle royale. Like, here's the bounties for the people that I want dead. And he gave Kinemon one. He gave, I forget who else was with King Riku. All the people that were in Usopp's immediate group got stars, and then Usopp got the 5 stars. Kanjiro was in that group and didn't get any bounty. And it's like, like, Doflamingo definitely knew. Like, Doflamingo definitely was in cahoots with this and knew that he was, like, the spy for Orochi.
At this whole
no
time,
doubt in
so
my
like,
mind.
we called this, and we don't deserve to have called this because there was evidence apparently.
Yeah, we called this for just cause fuck him. That's why we called.
Yeah,
it.
Exactly. It was like, well, there's too much running on everyone else, so we just said, well, lowest common denominator. It was a process of elimination. Is how we did it.
We were that asshole who plays werewolf. I don't. If listeners at home, if you've ever played werewolf or mafia, this is probably very relatable to you because this is sort of like what I've come to realize is that this is sort of a universal, like, meme in the original sense of the word. That when you play the game Mafia or like werewolf, you know, like, okay, there's a whole group of people, everyone's a villager, there's 2 mafia members, and then at night the mafia members choose someone to kill, and then in the daytime the villagers all have to decide who to kill off, who they think is the mafia, who to vote off, you know. There's always one asshole in that game that literally, for no evidence, will just point at someone and say they're mafia. No evidence. They don't. You ask them the reason. Just no, he's mafia. I just think he's mafia. Bro, that was us with Kanjiro. Just
me. Shut the fuck up.
we just looked at Kanjiro. We're just like, yeah, no, it's him. Well, what's your reasoning? You don't see my finger? It's him. Like,
look, at least we didn't pull some kind of fucking shit where, like, going with the mafia comparison analogy, we're like, I heard the sound of his eyelids, like, pop open when they say mafia.
It's definitely him.
And then I looked at his eyes when we opened our eyes, and his eyes were already dilated, meaning that they were already open. It's like, damn, shit.
Meaning they were already exposed to the light of this room, which means...
like... At least we didn't do that and, like, just have very wrong reasons. At least we just said, hey, we don't know, but fuck it, it's him.
Yeah, Jesus. But, oh my goodness, dude. This reveal is actually, like, I know some people, I saw some talk online of people sort of getting tired with the traitor because they kept bringing it up. But it was some people I saw were like, man, like, at this point, just fucking reveal who it is, because, like, it's kind of running its course. But I think Oda did a fantastic job revealing that Kanjiro was the traitor. And not only that, but, like, it made sense since the very beginning that it was Kanjiro. When you go back, like, I'm sure if you go back from Dressrosa to now and read everything, like, it makes perfect sense. He's in all of the talks he needs to be in to leak that specific information to Orochi. Like, he's He's just the son of a bitch. That's all he is.
We've been played like a fiddle.
Yeah. God, even this part, he says, when our first plan leaked, that wasn't because Law's subordinates squealed. Which, if you remember, Shinobu was like trying to blame Law's subordinates because they didn't know who leaked the plan. And it's like, oh, this fucking asshole knew the whole time and was playing it up. I shouldn't be surprised that Yasuye exhibited quick, clever thinking and gave up his life to change the meeting place at the last second. But as soon as that information was made its way to me, his death was officially in vain. Dude, I want Kinemon to just fucking go nuts, boy. He looks pissed. I'm pissed. And so, you should not be able to reach Zoe without a Vivre card. Didn't you think it was suspicious when Jack showed up there, Odie? Why didn't you suspect any of us? Oh, what an asshole. We got a double page spread of the fucking.
There it is. The 100 beast ships coming up as the waves crest. Why didn't you suspect your own until it came to this? It shouldn't have made sense to you, none of it, this entire time. Hey, it's true, just like Lord Orochi said. There's a little boat heading for Onigashima. Ah, look at these idiots. I can't believe it. It really is all those Akazaya samurai. And our spies amongst them. Is that you? He looks over and says, indeed.
Indeed.
And no hesitation, Kinemon slashes straight through this man's face.
Bruh, this is the same kind of energy from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I don't know if did you see that? Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
You're gonna have to remind me of the scene.
Oh, it's the scene where Peter Quill's dad is like
yeah.
He's like, oh, like, it's a shame that I had to, your mother was so beautiful. It's a shame I had to put the tumor in her brain. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, like, I couldn't have her getting attached. And without hesitation, just unloading bullets into his dad. This is the same energy.
Catharsis.
Immediate, just like, fuck you, you're dead.
Jesus. But his body's still talking. Kakaka, I could have kept my secret and sunk to the bottom of the sea with you, true to the role to the very end. But Lord Orochi stopped me. He said, well done, the final act is finished. Once I bring Momonosuke to Onigashima, that is. And he's on the shore.
Yeah. Why is Kanjuro back at the port? So that the person on the boat the whole time was a drawing. And you see it. This one was a painting. But the Conjurer we know couldn't paint that well. And here it is. I was only pretending to be stupid. Oh my god. Jeez, how could you sleep at a time like this? Is the ship fixed now? Who is that? Woo! I ate, I slept, and now I'm awake. That's when I'm the toughest. Fire! The 1,000-piece ship is getting fucking run up on, and we see. I love what Oda does in these panels, like covering their faces by the speech bubbles. Sorry, we're a little late. Who's that? Look at those waves. You can see the little 1,000 Sun. He looks so cute. It's jumping up. It's all happy. Our boy's back. I thought we sank all the enemy ships. There's something down on the seafloor. And up from the depths comes the fucking Law's yellow submarine. Who takes a rowboat out to sea in the middle of a storm? Are you crazy? Don't take the sea for granted, samurai.
And then, is that? And then another, like, boom. Now we're taking fire from the other direction. I saw all those ships and samurai hanging out at the other port like idiots. What are they doing? I nearly sank all of them. I nearly sank them to get them out of my way. And then Rise was like, that looks like...
Sir Luffy, is everyone alright? You showed up after all, Jaggy? What? Like I'd let you have all the glory for taking down Kaido. What in the world is happening? And Kanjuro, get fucked. Why didn't I hear about this? Bitch, because they got a man on the inside. Cuck. This doesn't make sense. They said we just had to sink a few samurais on a rowboat, but these guys are pirates. The worst generation. I thought they were locked up. Hey, you, don't pick on samurai in a rowboat. And then this fucking lay epic double page spread. Boom. When you're at sea, you fight against pirates. It's so sick.
That shit's so good. Shit's so good.
Oh, so a couple things. First off, like, Law wearing, like, frilly Corazon coat. You love to see it. You love to see it. Luffy wearing a big-ass coat with, like, a fucking huge like, that popped collar, that's big Goldie Roger energy.
I can't believe that we're getting another, like, it's been so long since we've seen the Luffy redesign.
Bro, we're getting all the redesign for all three of these guys. I'm sure fucking Kid probably is wearing something different. I can't tell immediately, but Kid is looking sick too. All three of them are there, and we're
gonna see Killer too.
Yes, dude. Oh, it's gonna be so sick. Dude, the Sabaody 3. The Sabaody trio, the top 3 of the worst generation.
The worst of the worst.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm so excited.
Love this shit. I also want to call to attention Kanjuro, like, oh, why did I hear about this? I'm going to call it right now. I think next chapter. Okay.
Okay, I don't think next chapter, but continue.
Oh, okay. So the end of Act 2, when Law, like, cuts up Hawkins and he leaves him there, which, by the way, like, holy fuck, I just realized, like, Law fucking, like, he just cuts people up with his fruit and leaves their, like, disembodied body parts. Like, he just leaves them there. He's just like, you can't put yourself back together without me. You're dead. And he just, like, he did it with Virgo.
It's fucked.
He did it with Hawkins. Dude, it's fucked. But if you remember, he walked out of that room, that jail cell, and he was confronted, like, somebody walked up behind him, and he turned around and looked, and all we saw was a silhouette of feet. We didn't see who it was. I had initially said that I thought it was,
Drake.
What's his face? Drake. Because the feet kind of look, the shoes kind of look the same, and maybe it was Drake, but I'm thinking now, that was Denjiro, dude. That was Kyoshiro. He came up and he's like, hey, boy, like,
I ain't about to fucking Google Kyoshiro feet.
Y'all working with the samurai, bruh? Because I got some juicy information, and I got a rat that needs to get killed, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know where Shinobu went. I don't know if she got, like, taken out by Kanjuro or, like, knocked out or something.
It's not impossible.
Because she was with Momonosuke, and then, like, Kanjuro was there the whole time. So I think Kanjuro was hiding. He was hiding there, and he probably, like, I don't know, he probably has her tied up with, like, some painting or something. I don't know. But I would like to see some fucking justice get served. And I would like to see Kyoshiro there revealing, because Kanjuro even says, like, how come I didn't hear about this? Because, dude, Kanjuro's the rat, and he needs to be taken out. And I want Kyoshiro to appear on that pier and be like, oh, yeah, like, you know, I never would have guessed it was you, my friend. And then he's like, oh, it's Denjiro. And I want to see him just fuck it. I want to see a slash straight through his body. Oh, I want revenge, dude.
Denjiro,
it's gonna be so good.
Has been playing the most 5D chess, because if anyone would know that recently, like, fucking what's his name, Orochi got word from the traitor, then Denjiro would have been able to, like, you know, narrow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, Denjiro would have definitely figured it out. This man is doing some fucking looking into the future using some crazy ass.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Brain power.
It's so good. I want to see, like, I'm telling you, I want to see it, because so Kanjuro's the informant to Orochi. At some point, there's been a couple times where, like, everybody had split up doing their part of the plan. I don't think it's crazy to assume that Kanjiro met up with Orochi in person at some point in the castle.
Not impossible, seeing that he can, like, clone himself.
Yeah. Kyoshiro is also in the fucking castle with Orochi. And if you remember, like, nobody recognized him. Like, Hiyori didn't even recognize him. He had to tell her, like, it's me, it's Denjiro. Like, and she's like, you look so different. Like, I didn't recognize you. And even, like, Kinemon and all them saw him in the square. Like, Zoro clashed with him and they saw Kyoshiro there. Like, if they if they knew it was Denjiro, like, it's very apparent that nobody can tell that it's Denjiro. Which makes me believe that Kyoshiro probably saw Kanjiro, like, giving him, like, meeting with Orochi, and he learned the truth, and he's just waiting. Like, I think he knew from the start, and he was just waiting for his chance to fucking kill him, and God, I hope we see that next chapter.
Revenge would be so sweet. It's what we need. We've been through a lot as an audience.
Yeah. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. As much as I thirst for the blood of Kanjiro to flow through these streets, this is going to be the first time in, like, 200 something chapters that all of the Straw Hats will be together again in one place.
Where is my boy Jinbei?
Yeah. Jinbei, look, he's coming, but I would like to see. Oh man, what a fucking power play. What if Jinbei was here what if Jinbei's on the fucking boat right now and we don't get to see him until next chapter, and they're just
don't
like,
get my
surprise.
hopes up.
Yeah.
Don't play with my frail little heart.
Yeah, no, I think when Jinbei appears, I think he's appearing with, like, he's appearing in a grandiose manner, you know? Like, he's not just showing up, he's showing up in style.
Yo, to get away from the conversation for just a bit of, like, a non sequitur, you bringing up Drake again just reminded me that the Marines have an ear. They've got feet on the ground. Not like Marines, but I don't know. Something about that's scary. And the Marines kind of talked about, like, hey, maybe we should really go to Wano.
Yeah. Well, they have CP0 there.
Yeah.
Because so the world government's, like, deep in with Orochi for the weapons and shit. So, like, I have no doubt at some point CP0 is gonna appear. It would be fucking wild if Rob Lucci and Kaku appeared.
Oh,
I don't think Rob Lucci yet. But fucking dude, what if? Maybe. But, I mean, I know for sure that, Sword is there too.
Right.
So Pokemon Sword and Shield are there. So we're gonna find out.
Shit.
Like, we're gonna find out. We're gonna see who else is a part of Sword. I have no doubt in my mind that Smoker and Tashigi are part of Sword.
I'm so scared. So now that there's, like, so much back into play now that we're in the present that, like, part of me needs, like, a bit of a refresher. So we as a community should maybe go back and reread the first 2 acts. So we've got our brains set straight.
Oh man, dude, I can't fucking wait, dude. Like, this is gonna be so sick. I want next chapter because I need to know. I just want to see what Law talked about with fucking Kyoshiro and Denjiro. I'm so convinced at this point that it was him that he talked to. Like, it had to have been. And I want to see the talk of, like, because Kyoshiro had to have talked to Luffy in the capital. Like, because remember when at the end of Act 2, when Orochi destroyed all of the bridges, that map, we had talked about it. Yeah, that
the
map.
Flower Capital.
Yeah, the only way through was through the Flower Capital, and he specifically stated, "I'm leaving Kyoshiro in charge of the city while I'm gone, like, in charge of the capital, so that way he'll clean up any of the remaining survivors." Which at this point is like, oh, it's perfect. Like, we called that Kyoshiro was probably helping them, but, like, we didn't. There's no way I would have fucking called that he's like. Like, we had kind of suspected that he was Denjiro, but I mean...
We kind of called it.
if I'm being
Just
honest,
a bit.
I like the whole crux was like I kind of suspect him because his hairline looks the same, but like that, I wasn't 100%.
Anime viewers have also pointed out that in the opening, like he's there.
Yeah, the
in the
opening
back.
has a couple of shots that it cycles through where it shows all of the red scabbards, and it shoots Maru or Ashura Doji, and then Kyoshiro's behind him, and so everybody was like, "Oh, did it just leak that like he's Denjiro?" And like,
But Kanjuro's also there.
I guess, yeah. I read it as like when I saw the opening, that anime opening, I just saw it as like, okay, there's only so many fucking characters that are like major characters in Wano. Like, because when the opening first started, like when the opening happened, like we just got to Wano, you didn't know who those people were. You just knew that they were characters in Wano. So like,
and Ashura Doji wasn't like confirmed to be on our side at that time.
Yeah,
he was a wild card.
Yeah, he was definitely like, you know,
and
not on the winning side yet.
Early on, Kyoshiro was also kind of a wild card because he was one of the only people who talked smack about about Orochi.
Yeah. So I don't know. If the anime knew that he was like the traitor, cool. I think that it was the latter, what we talked about, that those two characters were just kind of antagonistic at first, so that's why they were in the same screen of the opening. But either way, it's just, dude, One Piece is good. This is a banger chat. I'm so like, look, like I said, I loved the flashback. It was the best flashback in all of One Piece, like bar none right now, for me at least.
Like, there are some that are close, like Corazon, etc. But
yeah, Corazon, the one from Skypiea was really good. Like Calgara and oh my god, what's his face? The liar.
Oh yeah,
Noland. Yeah,
Noland.
Like the Noland Calgara flashback was like real good, but this one was just it was so good. And I'm happy that we saw it. I'm happy of all the information we learned. But goddamn, I'm staring at this final page right now, just fucking smiling ear to ear, because it's so sick.
It's
like,
good.
They're back. The boys are back.
The boys are back in town. We got it. Next chapter is gonna be amazing, no matter what.
It's so fucking good. I cannot wait. I need it.
We need it. Oda, skip forward 1 week so I can read this while playing Animal Crossing. Please.
Yes. While I'm in my coronavirus bunker, awaiting the apocalypse to end or start. And while I'm starting my new job as an Animal Crossing fisherman and bug catcher and fossil digger, I want to read this new chapter.
Please, we're begging you. Do we have anything else to cover? Because I have somehow scrounged up a crack theory.
I can't think of anything. This coming week, the anime is coming back off hiatus, and it's the episode where Sanji, like the whole episode is going to be Sanji using the raid suit to just fucking kick Page One's ass. So that's going to be fun. They showed the preview for it, and I'm fucking hype. It looks sick.
Oh, we're going to get the transformation, too.
Yeah. I just can't wait. Seeing it in the anime again, seeing it getting animated, is just going to get me hype for when he fucking uses it against somebody on Onigashima. I want to see him fucking destroy somebody with it. I don't want no... I would like him to fight preferably one of the big commanders and have
right.
I want to fight like between him and what's his face in Water 7 in Ine's lobby.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
My god, the fucking kung fu dog guy. God, why can't I fucking remember anybody's name? I can remember like their fucking blood types and shit, but I can't remember their fucking names.
I like kind of know who you're talking about.
Whatever, dude. He is Doggo. He fought the werewolf guy in Ini's lobby. You know who I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah.
Not that wasn't to you. That was to the audience who's probably right now being like, "Oh, how could you forget?" Fucking shut up. That's how. How.
If you want to get on John's ass about it, you could do it on our Twitter at Paramecia Cast or Facebook,
Jabra.
YouTube, anything
There
else.
it is.
Who?
Jabra. He was the kung fu guy. He wore like the Chinese traditional like kung fu outfit, and he turned into the wolf. Yeah. Anyways, when he fought Jabra, that was like, he pulled it out neck and neck. It was like, hit for last game, last round. I want him to fight one of the commanders last game, last round, and just pull it out with some sick fucking powered up Diable Jambe or some shit with the raid suit. I want him to kick a hole through someone's chest.
Okay, yeah. I agree. That would be sick as fuck.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Yes. let me close this out, so I'm getting too hyped now. You can find us, like Franz said, getting hype for Carrot not being the traitor and for Sanji's raid suit at Paramecia Cast on Twitter and Paramecia Fancast everywhere else on social media, Facebook, YouTube, the like. ParameciaFancast.libsyn.com. Episodes are going to be uploaded every single week, every Monday following the official release. And as soon as they're uploaded on Libsyn, they're literally sent to every podcatcher site. So Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Get It, Stitcher, any of them. If you search Paramecia Fancast, there's like a whole bunch of websites that just have our RSS feed. Like, I don't have to do anything. They have the latest episode. So it's some good shit. We're not on break next week. Chapter 975. 5? This week was 4. Yes. Chapter 975. I had my thing closed, so I couldn't see it anymore. Chapter 975 next week. God, I want Kanjiro's blood to flow through the streets.
Heads will roll. Heads will roll.
That's what we deserve. Oda, and I think Oda is gonna give in and give it to us. That's what I want. Yeah, I have nothing else. Talk to us on Twitter. Paramecia Flower Capital is our Discord. The invite link is in the pinned
everywhere
tweet on our Twitter. It's also in our Twitter description. It's also in our Facebook description. It's everywhere. You can find it. I tweet it out every once in a while, but I mostly have it. It's like right. If you go to our Twitter at ParameciaCast, it's literally right there at the top. It's in the pinned tweet and in the description. So, go ahead and join us there. There was a lot of discussion this week for this chapter.
It was a big talk. Yeah,
it was good. We're also like, there's always theory crafting going on. There's always goofs and gaffs, and dude, it's just a good time. I really enjoy all the homies we got in our Discord. I think our Discord's it's become a really fun place, and we would love for you to join it.
Exactly.
And that's all I've got. So let's hear this crack theory.
I'm not excited about this because I don't think it's super funny, but when Denjiro got a devil fruit from Orochi because he was Kyoshiro, and Kyoshiro got the devil fruit from Orochi, and he got the Jimmy Neutron no Mi, letting him split his personality just like Jimmy Neutron in that one episode of Jimmy Neutron. So we get Kyoshiro the Mad, Kyoshiro the Bad, Kyoshiro the Dad, Kyoshiro the Glad, Kyoshiro the Rad, Kyoshiro the Sad, and last but not least, Kyoshiro the Chad. I'm not looking at Rhyme Zone. Please don't at me.
I don't know who's more dangerous, Kyoshiro the Chad or Kyoshiro the Rad. This is going to be like the ultimate deep cut, but Kyoshiro the Rad can vibrate you out of existence.